Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you 6 simple tips to make your gig 10 times easier as a photographer. Number 1, bring lots of water. Pack lots of water. Whether it's a 16-ounce bottle, 18-ounce, 26-ounce, 30-ounce, 64-ounce, make sure to bring as much water as you normally drink at home with you, because you never know when you're going to get a chance to drink. I know you might say, oh, restaurants and hotels have water, but when you're running around like a chicken with his head cut off and all, you're not going to go get some water. Maybe you should, but you might not be thinking that. It'd be easier if it were in your camera bag and you just pour the water out, because your camera bag is always really close near you. So that's tip number 1. Stay hydrated during the gig. You do not want to feel faint. You do not want to feel nauseous, especially during the summer months. Tip number 2, get there early. If you do not get there early, you're going to regret it, and you might even get sued. You might be thinking, why would I get sued if I don't get there early? What's the big deal? I can get there on time. The thing is, most likely, you almost never get there at the time that you expect to. So imagine if you get there right on time, or your expectation is to get there right on time. You're not going to get there right on time. You're going to be late, and you can run into issues setting up gear. You can even actually go into the wrong location, because that has happened a couple of times. So you want to get there early, ask around, see what you're working with, get there early so that if there's any problems, you can solve them before you need to start the shoot, especially for weddings, because those are the big ones. Weddings are non-negotiable. You do not want to mess up a wedding. Traffic can hold you up 30 minutes, can turn into an hour. You might want to stop, get something to eat. You might have to use the bathroom a couple of times, depending on how far your location is. Get there early, okay? Just get there early. Tip number 3, do not bring your camera gear and bags in right away, because you might be walking the distance a lot further than you expect, and you might need to bring some wagons, some wheels. You might be working in a small area. You can't bring that much gear in, so you don't want to get there, bring all this gear, walk a half a mile, and be like, I can't even use all this gear. You have to see what you're working with before you bring in your camera gear. You might need to bring more than you expected. So that's one other tip I think you guys will find very useful. You need to look around and see what you're working with first. Tip number 4, always, and I mean always, bring backups. Whether it's your camera battery, whether it's your camera battery, your flash battery, your softbox, your light stands, your tripods, your monopods, any and everything, your SD cards, everything. Just bring backup of everything, because if one thing breaks down or runs out of battery and you don't have time to charge it, you can just pull out the next one. So always, 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 always bring backup. You don't want to get into a shoot and you're snapping photos and your camera breaks and you're like, wait, what? This is awful. And you can't do anything about it. That's your only camera. No batteries will fix it. That happened to me. Not the camera breaking. I was actually taking a photo of some guys during the wedding, and they were saying something like we're gonna make the camera break or something. It was weird. And I was taking a photo, and my camera blacked out, and I was like, what just happened? And they were like laughing, like, oh my goodness, we really did it. We really broke it. Something like that. And I was like, okay, this is not funny. And I was like, did my camera really just break? So I told John about it, because they needed to get the photo taken still. So I got here and took the photo. I was sitting down to figure out what was going on with my camera. I realized that it was the camera battery that broke, not my camera, thank goodness, because that would have been so bad. My camera battery broke, but that's why you always bring backup and extras, because I was able to swap that broken camera battery with a new fresh one. So always, always, always bring backup. Tip number 5, bring your laptop with you. I am guilty of not doing this all the time, but it is helpful to bring your laptop with you so that you can back up photos, especially if you're doing a really big wedding and it's going to be hours and hours, or if you have more than 2 gigs in one day. or 2 gigs in one day, you want to back it up so that you can maybe use the same car. You know, it's just more efficient that way, faster, so that you don't have to do it when you get home. I know you'd be like, well, it's the same time, right? Not really, because when you get home, you're gonna be really tired and want to go to sleep or charge up everything. You're not gonna want to back up too, so it helps. And last but not least, use cameras with 2 slots. And if you're not sure what I mean, the 2 slots at the side or the bottom of the camera for your SD card, make sure you at least bring 1 camera that has 2 slots, because you only back up if the SD card breaks down or is corrupted in some way. You're going to want to have a backup one that has already been taking the same photos as the corrupted one. But of course, you got to go into your settings and change it to, what is it? Not overwrite. I'll put up the correct term in Word up here. So you go into your settings and you hit this button here. You turn it on this and you should be all set. Okay, you guys, that is it. That is it for this video. If you want to see the rest of this video, make sure you go to my Patreon. It's going to be on Patreon. I have the fall video, plus I have some photos that I'll share with you all. So again, if you guys want to see 6 more tips, make sure you go to my Patreon and you follow me there. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like. Bye.